Hey there guys, it's Primus Reviews here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers The Bumblebee Movie Studio Series number 80, Autobot Brawn. Now if you guys haven't checked out my last review, please make sure to check it out, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys miss a single upload. Now when this figure came out, it was honestly really strange. We know we were going to get this guy, but at the same time, he only had like about maybe 3 seconds of screen time that I recall. But other than that, I think this guy is actually one of the best deluxes I've ever gotten. I don't know how to put it. Like, this guy has to be the most shocking deluxe that I have ever picked up, ever. Seeing Brawn in Transformers The Bumblebee Movie for only 2 seconds was, it was cool, seeing Brawn and then him getting shot down, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's Brawn. I think he does look great and actually really screen accurate, and that's what I'm really surprised about. Now taking a look at the packaging, here we do have the Transformers The Bumblebee Movie, and here we do have a beautiful image of Brawn. There's Studio Series number 80, Autobot Brawn. On the side of the box here we do have another beautiful image of Brawn there, looking all brawny and stuff. On the back of the box here we do have the figure in his really cool looking alternate mode in 18 steps. Pretty cool. And on the side of the box here we do have another image of Brawn there. But other than that, I think that's it for the box. So let's take a look at honestly this most really shocking figure. Now taking a closer look at Brawn, you can see that the head detail is honestly really cool, man. Take a look at that. I think it does look really cool. You do have some nice blue for the eyes there. Really cool. I do like the color that they went with this, man. I do love it. And just going down the figure, you do have an Autobot logo there in the chest area. And again, I think it does look honestly fantastic. I don't know what to say. This figure honestly looks really cool. I do love the green. I do love the yellow that they went with this guy. Honestly, he feels, the moment you get him out the box, he feels like a big boy deluxe. And trust me when I say that he feels like a big boy deluxe, man. You can see the nice detail in there as well. And again, some nice sculpted detail here as well. I mean, I'm just surprised and shocked that they went almost all out on Brawn. And honestly, I am really surprised with this figure. This figure feels amazing. This figure looks amazing. And man, is this the best deluxe that I've ever gotten? Honestly, maybe. Now this guy did come with 2 really cool accessories, so let's take a look at them now. Take a look here at his first accessory. Here we do have is his weapon, and yeah, his weapon is unpainted plastic, but again, I think it does look really cool. You do got some nice detail going all around the gun there. Again, I think it does actually look really cool. If only it was painted. If only it was painted, I promise you it would look so much better. Now for his next accessory here, we do have is his driller thing, mabob. But again, this is painted. You can see the nice silver just going all around here, and you see the nice detail all around there as well. Again, I think it does look really cool. If only some of this silver was in the gun, I promise you it would look so much better. But other than that, that's been his accessory. So let's put it on him so that way you guys can see how cool he actually looks with it. Now to put on Brawn's accessories, all you're going to do is simply, his hand already has a hole there, and his gun is going to have a peg right there. Now all you're simply going to do is just plug it in into either hole. I'm going to put it in this hole right here. All you do is plug it in like so, and there you have him holding his really cool looking weapon. And then to put on the, stabby mabob, it can go 2 ways. It can either go up like this to make him hold like this, or it can actually go downward, so that way it can be like a stabber type thing. If I can, right? I think I can. Yeah, there you go. So it can look like this. But I think I'm going to keep it like this because I think it does look really cool. But there you have him holding his honestly really cool looking 2 accessories. Again, I think it does look really cool, man. Honestly, this figure is like probably the most shocking deluxe that I have ever gotten. This thing looks amazing. He's been in my collection for a while now, but I never took the time to actually see how cool he was. And man, does he look sick. Does he look fantastic. And dare I say, he might be one of the best deluxes Studio Series has ever released. Ever. Now Brawn stands roughly at about 4.5 inches tall. Yeah, a really small deluxe class, but again, for a deluxe class, I think he's doing an amazing job so far. So for that, here's some size comparisons. Here he is next to the Transformers Bumblebee movie, Cybertronian Bumblebee from Studio Series. And yeah, you can see that these two are roughly around the same height. But again, I think these two do a great job of capturing how they both did look in the film. Yes, these two are deluxe classes, but you can see right away that they took so much time into Brawn that is honestly amazing. The color scheme here is honestly beautiful, and I think these two do look fantastic with each other. For my next size comparison, here he is next to the leader himself, Optimus Prime from Studio Series, and yeah, you can see right away that Brawn is again a very, very, very small deluxe, but at the same time, they both do look amazing together. They both do a great job. And again, I just think Studio Series is blowing it out the park with these Bumblebee movie designs, man. Wow. Now for the articulation on this guy, you can see that the head is not on a ball joint, it's actually on a swivel, so it can only move about that far and roughly about that far because of the big juggernaut of a head sculpt that he has. His arm can move out, bend at the elbow, and he does have a wrist swivel on a deluxe. It's really cool. He also does have a butterfly joint, believe it or not, so that's honestly really cool. He does have a waist swivel as well, which is honestly really surprising. His leg can kick roughly about that far, and it can kick back roughly about that far. Pretty cool. He does have a thigh rotation, knee swivel, bend at the knee, and he does have a beautiful ankle pivot, and his toe can go up and down as well. And he can do a little bit of an ab crunch as well. So believe me or not, the articulation on this guy is fantastic. For a deluxe class, it's honestly a fantastic articulation, man. It's amazing. It's surprising. The fact that they did all these on this guy, on Brawn, who we only saw for about 0.2 seconds, is honestly really surprising, and man, did they go out the park with this guy. But alrighty guys, I think it's time to transform him into his alternate mode. Now his alternate mode is really easy. It can only be done in 18 steps, and again, I think it does look really cool. Now we didn't see him transform in the movie, but again, I think it does look really cool. So here is really cool looking alternate mode. Wow, man, this does look sick. Even though we never saw him transform in the film, I think this is honestly really cool, man. I think they do a great job on this. Honestly, I'm not gonna hate it too much. It does look cool, but we have a slight issue. Again, taking a closer look, you can see that the detail is honestly really fantastic, man. What a shocking figure. This thing does look really cool. You got some more details there, man. It does look fantastic. I do love the color that they went with for this, man. The yellow, the green, I do love it. You do got that nice strength clearance plastic there. It's just dark enough to where you can't see anything inside, but again, really cool. And again, it does look fantastic. And then in the back, you do got that little Autobot logo there. Again, super cool. But again, no, I do love this. You do got the nice gray with the green. They color the rims as well, which is pretty cool. Do got the nice two wheels up here. Now, the only thing I don't like about this thing, believe it or not, is the I've seen a lot of people have a problem with it. At first I didn't have a problem, but then when you transform them, it is a huge problem, and I don't like it. But luckily, you can't store his weapons on him. What you do is do this to the front, and then click this there, and then you get the gun, and there's going to be a tab right here, and there's going to be a tab right there. And you just click that in like so, and then bam, there you have him holding his two really cool weapons. Pretty cool. Again, I think it does look cool. It does build, the problem and stuff, so I guess I can't hate it too much. But at the same time, let's say you don't want the gun on it, yeah, it's a problem. I mean, it can move left and right here. It can go, oh, that's one thing. It does fit a little too loose. But other than that, again, I think it does look super cool, and I don't hate it. This thing looks amazing. This thing looks wicked, and I am so in love with this vehicle form. Never saw him transform, but again, imagine if we saw this. This would have looked fantastic, man. But again, I'm gonna transform him back into his robot mode. I do like this figure. This figure feels amazing. This figure looks amazing, and the score will be honestly surprising for you guys. But again, so I'm gonna transform him back to give my overall review and my overall grade on this guy. Alrighty guys, there you go. There you had the Transformers The Bumblebee Movie Studio Series number 80 Autobot Brawn. Now overall, I think Studio Series went out their way at making one of the best deluxe The Bumblebee Movie figures that they've ever done, ever. I think this guy is amazing. The articulation is on point. The sculpting is beautiful. The painting The paint apps on this guy is honestly fantastic, and honestly, not that many cons with this guy. This guy feels fantastic. This guy looks fantastic. He looks like a juggernaut, and I think he's ready to take on some Decepticons. I'm sad we only saw him for 0.2 seconds, but again, it is what it is. So for that, I do have to give this figure a surprising 9 out of 10. Yes, a 9 out of 10 on this figure is really, really, really surprising, because for a deluxe class, I'm not expecting too much, but man, did this guy blow me out the water. The only con that I do have with this guy is just when you transform, there's this big old gap on the top, and I completely understand that. But that does bother me a little bit too much. But again, it doesn't, it doesn't really again affect me. But at the same time, when I transform this guy, that's all I'm going to see. And again, it is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. People are going to say limited head posability, but at the same time, that's why he has the waist swivel for. That way you can move it, because I know his head is limited, but again, you can't even tell it's limited. But again, this guy is fantastic. Now, luckily, if you do want this guy, he is available for a really good price. He's not like those outrageous prices going $70, $80. He's only like, what, maybe the highest I saw was like $30, $32, and I think he is worth it. If you guys are trying to collect all your Bumblebee movie figures, best believe you need this guy in your collection. He will stand out. In my collection, he stands out, and I promise you, he stands out super bright. Again, it sucks we only saw him for 0.2 seconds, but at the same time, he feels amazing, he looks amazing, and you guys need to get this guy if you guys don't have him already, because he is a fantastic figure. But alrighty guys, I think that's going to do it for me. So this has been Primus Reviews, and this has been the most shocking deluxe class I've ever gotten, Autobot Brawn. Remember to stay calm and keep moving on, so I'll make sure to see you guys on the next one.